Greece, a land where myths and history intertwine in a fascinating tapestry. When we think of ancient Greece, our story often begins with the Golden Age of Athens or Homeric epics. Yet, the roots of this civilization stretch far deeper, to a time when the first peoples began exploring the Aegean Sea, building cities, and creating art that still amazes us today. What was Greece like before Zeus and Olympus, before philosophers and theater? Who were the people whose ideas and achievements laid the foundation for all of Western civilization? Today, we'll uncover how the Cycladic, Minoan, and Mycenaean peoples lived, worked, and believed. We'll delve into the mysteries of their disappearance and see how, through the Dark Ages, Greece embarked on its path to greatness. Join us as we dive into the fascinating world of early Greek civilizations. Our journey begins with the Cycladic Islands, the jewels of the Aegean Sea. Around 3200 to 2000 BCE, the first known civilization of the region emerged here. The Cycladic people were skilled seafarers. They didn't just sail between islands, they established a trade network spanning Egypt, Asia Minor, and other parts of the Mediterranean. Their main trade goods included obsidian, copper, marble, and pottery. Perhaps their most fascinating legacy lies in the famous Cycladic idols. These abstract figurines, often depicting women, astound with their modernity. Scholars still debate their purpose. Were they religious icons, symbols of fertility, or household protectors? The Cycladic people lived in small settlements that, despite their simplicity, were well organized. They mastered metallurgy and created tools and ornaments admired by their neighbors. By around 2000 BCE, the Cycladic civilization began to decline, possibly due to the growing influence of the Minoan civilization, which would soon dominate the Aegean region. We now move to the next stage. The Minoan civilization was one of the most enigmatic and prosperous cultures of the early Mediterranean, thriving from approximately 2000 to 1450 BCE on the island of Crete. Their palaces, like Knossos, were not just royal residences. These were vast administrative, religious, and economic centers. The palaces astonish not only with their size but also with their advanced engineering, plumbing, drainage systems, and ventilation, all developed millennia before modern technology. Minoan frescoes provide a glimpse into their lives. They depicted nature, seascapes, and rituals. One of the most iconic scenes is bull leaping. To this day, scholars debate its meaning. Was it a religious ritual or a sport? The Minoans were also exceptional sailors. Their trade routes stretched from Egypt to Scandinavia, and their fleet controlled the waters of the Aegean Sea. However, despite their achievements, the Minoans suffered from natural disasters. Around 1600 BCE, a volcanic eruption on the island of Santorini triggered a tsunami that devastated Crete's ports and settlements. The weakened civilization was soon overtaken by the Mycenaeans. Following the decline of the Minoans, the Mycenaean civilization emerged as the first great culture on mainland Greece. These people, who lived from approximately 1600 to 1100 BCE, became the heroes of Homer's epics. The Mycenaeans built powerful hilltop fortresses surrounded by Cyclopean walls. The most famous of these were Mycenae, Tiryns, and Pylos. These citadels were not only military strongholds but also centers of governance. Their burial masks, such as the renowned Golden Mask of Agamemnon, reflect their wealth and authority. Yet, the Mycenaeans were not just warriors. They developed a script, Linear B, and their records provide insights into their economy and daily life. The Mycenaeans actively traded but also engaged in warfare. Their most famous conflict was the Trojan War, as described by Homer. While the historicity of this war is debated, archaeological evidence confirms significant conflicts in the region. Around the 12th century BCE, the Mycenaean civilization collapsed. Some researchers attribute this to the invasion of the Sea Peoples, while others point to internal strife or natural disasters. Their fall marked the beginning of Greece's Dark Ages. After the fall of the Mycenaean civilization, Greece entered a period known as the Dark Ages, spanning roughly from 1100 to 800 BCE. This era was marked by the decline of cities, the disappearance of writing, and a sharp drop in population. Yet, while civilization seemed to sink into darkness, significant changes were underway. Local communities learned to live more autonomously. In rural areas, the foundations of future city-states began to form. Societies restructured themselves, with leadership now tied to the ability to protect and provide for citizens. By the 8th century BCE, Greece began to emerge from the Dark Ages. Trade routes were re-established, the first city-states appeared, and writing was reinvented. These changes laid the groundwork for the cultural and political blossoming that would follow. The early Greek civilizations are a remarkable story of survival, growth, and decline. From the Cycladic to the Mycenaean cultures, each left an indelible mark on human development. Their myths, art, technologies, and trade networks formed the foundation for the later flourishing of ancient Greece and ultimately Western civilization. This story reminds us that even in the darkest times, humanity finds its way toward a new dawn. What surprised or inspired you the most about this history? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to discuss them with you. Thank you for traveling with us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon to join us on more exciting journeys into the past.